Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Altcoin Mentors YouTube channel. My name is Peter, and today I'm going to be doing another beginner essentials video, a quick video on technical analysis on how to use waves to detect trend. Our main goal here at Altcoin Mentors is to help as many people as possible achieve their goal of financial freedom. And we believe trading cryptocurrencies is an opportunity of a lifetime. By the end of this video, you should have a better understanding of how to use waves, right, to predict or to see where almost any chart is going in the near term and in the long-term future. If you like our videos, please follow us on Twitter and on Telegram. We also have a model portfolio. You can view our positions and progress for our 2K 5X challenge. The link is down below. If you'd like to be notified of our latest videos, please hit the bell button. All right. So let's start. So for waves, if you go to investopedia.com, right? So you look at this chart here, and you see that there are so many different types of waves, right? So many. And so what happens is that it can be very confusing on how to use it. Impulse waves, Elliott waves, different types of things. There's actually 10 pages of different waves. But in my opinion, trading for over 20-something years, is that people tend to overcomplicate their trading, and that is the worst part about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to use waves in a different way to detect trend. So let's look at a Bitcoin chart for a 10-minute chart. And so on a 10-minute chart, it's hard to see the waves, right? Even if you pull it back, because there's so many spikes, there's little moves. So what you really have to do is you have to look at a longer time frame. So even on a 30-minute, you see that it's hard to detect waves because there's so much movement, especially in Bitcoin. If you look at a 90-minute, then the picture gets a little bit clearer over here. So I'll start off with the 90-minute because that's really the lowest time frame wave that I use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go backward here and then show you where I thought the trend was going to change. So what ends up happening here is that as Bitcoin is going higher, right, from April, so what happens is that the way to count waves is really, you see, basically it's higher highs, higher lows, lower highs, lower lows. Everyone knows this, but they sometimes forget how to use it or when to use it. So I'm going to clarify that. So here, this is basing. So these are not really waves, right? And I'll clarify that later. So this is a wave. We have a higher high. These little movements are not waves. They're curls, right? This would be a wave. So we have a higher high, higher low. People think that this is a wave, but it's not. This is the top of the wave. And then we have a higher high, higher low. Then we have a little bit of a problem here because now we have a lower high, but we have a higher low. So it can be a little bit confusing. And then finally we have a higher high to the top. But then as it starts to go down, we have lower lows over here. And then here it goes high. We have a lower low. And then now we have a lower low. As it goes higher, lower high waves. So this is where we're at. So now you see that the trend has changed. So now when you're going forward, it goes lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Then it breaks, right? Lower low. And then we don't really have a higher high. It can't be very exact. So this is resistant. It hangs around over here for a while. So these are just curls. They're not really big waves. So people say, well, this is a higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. But then it's just going sideways. Then it makes a drop. Now we have a lower wave here, a little bit higher. So this is the same problem that happens here. So people think, oh, now it's going to go back. No. So then we have a lower high. This is the top, or even here. So that's why I put this blue marker here for a long time. We have a lower low. These are the waves. So we're in this little range over here. So even for here, right, this is where the danger part is, over here. So I went long a few times, but now that we made a lower low, this is the key point right here. This level here at 72.60. If it breaks 72.60, then we're going to have a new lower low without making a new higher high. And then it has to break, but then it has to break 5,800 to make a new lower low. Until then, it's very range bound. So what I've been doing is I've been taking longs because we're above the 50 and the 200, right? We were, but now we dropped below. So if this continues to go, I'm going to only take shorts. But right now, this is a neutral for me. So if you look at it on a 6-hour time frame, right, you can kind of see things a little bit differently. So let's look at it here. Right. So it's pretty easy when you look at it on a longer term view, because you see the waves, right? So you go lower, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, right? And then this is pretty much the same thing as the low right here, right? So we don't have a lower low, we have a higher high, same low, and then it goes higher, and then we have here's the wave, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And it goes higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Then the problem comes in. Now we have a lower low. And then we have a lower high, but we have a higher low. And then it can get confusing because now we have a higher high, same low, and this is the trap right here. So because we have a higher high, barely, and then we have a higher low. So people thought here it might start going back up, but then once it crosses down here and makes a new lower low, then we're in a little bit of trouble. So then we have a lower low, lower high, right? This is a channel, it's a curl on a 6-hour. Then we make lower lows, right? Lower lows over here. And then now we're going higher, so we have a higher high, higher low, but we don't have a higher high here, right? So this is a double top, and then it makes a new low. And then it starts to go back down, go back down, go back down. Right? And then this is where we're at right now. And basically, if you look at it here, you can see for yourself that we are still in a range right over here. So until we really make a higher high above here, the long-term trend is not positive. It's pretty neutral at this moment. And that's really the key. If you look at waves on a smaller time frame, there's way too much noise. So you want to really avoid noise. So what you have to do is you have to pan out and figure out where the higher highs and the higher lows are on a longer term scale. So if you look at it on a 12-hour for Bitcoin, right, then sometimes it's easier to see, right? Because you look at it. So you have, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So you see, and then it breaks up. Lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And then now this is the range. So it's been channeling for almost a whole month. So if you look back at it, look at the price, like where it is now, right? So today is the 10th, and you look at it where it was over here before, and it's almost in the same price. So for the last month, it's been channeling. So this is just ranging. So will it pop up just like it did over here or over here? Maybe, maybe not, right? But if we have a new lower low, it's going to keep on going lower. And it might keep on going lower until 4,400 and then maybe to 3,000. So hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to our channel, and you can follow us on Twitter and on Telegram. If you like our videos, please share it with your friends and other crypto traders. If you have any questions, please ask away in the comments section below. We do a very good job of answering all of our comments and questions right away. I know this was a quick video on waves. I will go into more depth in the future. But I just wanted to give a quick view of how I trade, and waves are a big part of it. So Elliott wave, all these other waves, I like them, right? But I just stick with the old school stuff of higher highs and higher lows. So what I tweeted out this morning was the same. Before I said that the short-term outlook for Bitcoin was positive, but this morning, because of the wave trend, it turned to neutral. So I got stopped out of a long, right, for a small winner, and then now it's just going sideways. I'm going to wait to see what happens. Right now it's very, very choppy. So the beginning of a short-term wave to the upside, the beginning of a long-term wave to the upside always starts with a short-term. So you have to start with a short-term wave trend to the upside, which it was positive. Now it's back to neutral, but the long-term is still neutral. So now they're both neutral, and now we have to basically see and wait to see what happens. So remember, you always have a plan. Follow your plan and stay disciplined. So thank you again for watching. See you in our next video.